So what does make this update so special? It had to be delayed twice and another test stage to be activated. A lot of stuff actually, and I'll show you which ones they are. So if we head back a few months, we had 3 test stages for the new update, where we tested a lot of stuff. Maps, mechanics, game modes, movements, guns, and so on to count. Recently, the devs were checking and testing the update, and they saw the update was not quite finished or polished for release, so decided to delay it a little. If I had to speculate, I would say the update will be released in January or February. Please though understand their situation. They have 2 games to work on and they cannot have enough time for both. It would be much easier to stop developing Contract Wars, but they cannot because they would not get enough income for the development of Hired Ops. The reason why that is because Hired Ops will not have a microtransaction system, which means you can only buy the game and that's it. No DLCs, no premium money or currency that you can spend money, real world money on and buy weapons, skins, or operators. In translation, Hired Ops is not and will not be pay to win. This is a great and amazing thing which I fully support, and the game is cheap, very cheap, and the update is a very good update, and more people will get into it, which means more income for them. So they could potentially close Contract Wars, but I highly doubt it, or at least stop developing the game because it will still receive income from the game. Anywho, let's get back onto the topic. Now that we know why the update was delayed, now we're going to talk about what the new update brings to us. The game was changed in many ways, visually, performance-wise, gameplay-wise, and map-wise. A lot of content was added to keep us at it for hours and hours and still have something to do. Of course, at the beginning there won't be much to do, but once it's finished we'll have a good amount. When we talk about visuals, we mean graphics, colors, and design. Current Hired Ops version has a bland, static color, making the scene fuzzy, boring, and in a depressive mood. In the new version, the game looks much better. More colors, better quality, and no fuzzy screen, beautiful HD textures. Maps were changed to look much better, foliage is also very improved, the game looks amazing. The Russia received the beautiful look it deserves. The game can be run by lower spec machines for 4GB DDR3 or 4 RAM, with low specs. But I prefer and suggest you guys to get a bit more than 4GB, I'd say 6 or 8 or DDR3 or 4. Of course, low spec GPUs can be used in processors as well. I would still recommend about 8GB of RAM and a GTX 950 if you have one, by any chance, or if you can get a better one. This game is not easy to support as Contract Wars, but it's still very passable. Performance wise, we will have to wait either for the test stage to check it out, how it got tweaked, or the whole game to come out, because keep that in mind, of the performance of the game depends on a lot of things. Your internet, speed of your computer, specifications of your computer, and servers you are playing on. Hit detection and hitboxes are hopefully fixed, and because in a test stage 3 hit detection was horrible, and it would happen that you would shoot somebody with a whole magazine and he would just turn around and kill you. But I'm pretty sure they fixed that because it is a very important aspect of the game and would affect the gameplay. When we talk about gunplay, I'm not very happy with it. Current Hired Ops version has perfect gunplay. The weapons are very accurate because their accuracy depends on their caliber, attachments, and your skill. No RNG, no huge spread and inaccuracy bullets like in Contract Wars. I will not overdo it when I say that they almost did the same weapon handling like in Tarkov. But in the new version, at least for the test stages, removed, and that made me something in between Contract Wars and Tarkov, which I don't really like. I still suggest and highly recommend the devs to make it more realistic recoil, weapon spread, and caliber based accuracy because it will take actual skill to recall your weapon and use it. We'll have to wait for the test stage 4 and see what they did with the gunplay, if anything was done actually. As most of you Contract Wars veterans know, skill tree is very important for your character and it depends what you will use and how you will play the game. Same goes for Hired Ops, how your weapon will behave and how much accuracy will it have. Well, in the new version of Hired Ops, the skill tree has been removed and it was replaced by regular skills. Each operator has 3 skill slots in his loadout, but once in a match during the play, you can choose different skills or get extra ones. There can be a total of 6 skills if I remember correctly, and they will help you turn the tides of the battle and win the match. But that's not it. Every skill has another version. There could be an upgraded version, improved version, similar, or something completely different. Example being that you have, let's say, a health kit, which gives you 2 small medkits that heals 50 to 45 HP per shot. Upgraded version is the medium medkit, which gives you 65 or 75 HP per shot. Then you have a version where you regain health if you don't receive any damage, or similar skill which just gives you extra health. Keep in mind this is just example. The first two are actually real because you do get medkits as a skill, but others are just an example. And this could be changed during the test stages or after the game gets released. Some skill versions are locked behind weapon company levels, which brings up another topic. Contracts. The devs looked into it and came up with a great idea how to implement contracts in the new game. There will be 3 different weapon companies that will offer you different contracts of wild difficulty. Upon completion, you will receive XP for your company and for your level. And once you complete the weapon company level, you unlock a new character skill. This was a genius idea. The devs really outdone themselves, and I love the idea of completions. When we talk about item crates, you could instantly think of loot crates and pay-to-win aspects in a game. But as I said at the beginning of this video, there will be no microtransactions. These item crates have no pay-to-win or grind-to-win aspects either. They're awarded by finishing a hard task, leveling up, or after a match, maybe even some event prizes. As in, what is contained within them is fairly simple. Weapon attachments, weapon camouflages, character camouflages, and character customization. Maybe even weapons will be added in that. As you see, there is no pay-to-win aspect when looking at this. It's simply customizable content that makes no difference, but it says and shows that you played the game a lot. Talking about the currency, it hasn't changed as much, but some things were tweaked, and like how it turned out. Credit points or CR remain in all 3 games as the main currency, but weapon task points and gold points have been replaced with dog tags. This is a new currency that is awarded at the end of the match, just like credit points. This currency is used to purchase new operators, new customization and camouflages for operators and weapons. It's a very nice idea. You cannot buy it with real world money. Talking about weapons and gunplay, it's time to talk about modifications. Modifications of weapons have been changed to better and are much more interesting now. We received new modifications with new animations, uses, and specifications. In Contract Wars, weapon attachments tiers were earned by XP and unlocked by weapon tasks. In Hard Ops, attachment tiers were earned by killing a certain number of enemies and unlocked by weapon task points. But in the new version, modifications are unlocked by doing certain weapon tasks. Example being, kill 10 enemies with, let's say, headshots or long shots, perform 25 double kills or rage kills or whatever you want. You got my point. Then you will receive an attachment for free and could equip it on your weapon. When we talk about the characters, they received a brand new look and a rework. In a previous game, the skill trees were decided what specialization you would go for. There were special skill trees for each specialization. You had the Assault, Demolition, Recon, Sniper, and Gunsmith. But with the new update, these specializations were realized as the skill tree was removed, and so were to receive the classes: Sniper, Recon, Scout, and Demolition class. And of course we can't forget Assault, the Bullet Sponge. Each class is special in its own way and have their own treats and cons. I will leave the topic for another time because there is a lot to talk about. But each class has their own set of skills, weapons, and modifications, as well as uniforms and the customizable uniform parts and camouflages. An amazing addition to the game, which I love insanely. And for the last, we have the game modes. At the moment, there are only 3 game modes: Deathmatch, Team Elimination, and Target Designation. Deathmatch, it is self-explanatory because every FPS has one. Team Elimination and Target Designation received an overhaul and new animation and treats. As you know, in Team Elimination, a VIP is picked out throughout the match. In Hard Ops, the VIP receives 500 health, 200 armor, weapon-wise he gets LMG or an HMG depending on a faction, and a grenade launcher. In this version, everything got changed. The VIP is now an airdrop, and before you ask, no, it's not a kill streak. Kill streaks were actually removed, so the only thing you do get on are rampages, rage kills, storm kills, pro kills, and so on to count. The airdrops are randomly dropped onto the map on certain spots where 2 teams can battle over them. They contain the following items: airstrikes, sonars, bunker busters, VIP packs, health refill, and armor refills. There can be more than one VIP at a time, which makes for a great and awesome battle because seeing 2 VIPs battle each other, it is really worth it. Health and armor refill replenish your teams with health and armor depending what you pick up, and a cool unique feature they added in. In target designation, it remained more or less the same. You receive a plant site and a certain target you have to destroy or protect. But what is new are the animation. Now you don't place a stupid grenade like beacon, you place an actual multi-IR beacon with an amazing animation. You will see it once stage 4 update hits. That would be it for the overview of the new version, and these were the most important things that you should know and what you should expect. I hope this helps you out to choose if you want to wait for the update, because I certainly am. As much as we wait, it'll be worth it with this update because it's going to be finalized soon. We will have a lot of content and a lot of new stuff to do. I really do hope you enjoyed this video. It took me some time to make and work out because it was a difficult topic, mostly because of the NDA and the community, but I hope this changes their mind or at least calms them down a bit until the update drops. If you like this video, make sure to drop a like down below, subscribe if you're new, help me out, support the channel. If you have any suggestions or topics you want me to do for Hard Ops or any game in general, feel free to comment down below, and that goes for opinions and criticism. Everything is welcome. That would be it, and I hope you have a good one. Peace out.